So let me give you 3 ways that people who are in Christ, and there's no condemnation, they live under condemnation that is not from Christ. Number 1, some of you condemn yourself. Some of you do. Some of you are well aware of your sin. You look back and you're like, I can't believe I said or did that. That was horrible. You're like, I can't forgive myself. It sounds holy, but it's actually really haughty. It's saying, Jesus, you came and you lived the life I've not lived, and you died the death I should have died, and you paid the price that I should have paid. And on the cross, you prayed for me, Father, forgive them. And then you died to answer your prayer. But Jesus, I just don't think that was enough. I know you forgive me, but I can't forgive myself. My question is, when did you climb above Jesus on the org chart for forgiveness? It's like, Jesus, you say yes, but I say no. Jesus is like, actually, if I say yes, it's yes. It's not so much about you forgiving yourself, but accepting the forgiveness that Jesus Christ gives you and applying it to yourself. Because some of you will give a lot of grace to other people, but not to yourself. And something in us, and it is part of our flesh, is I need to participate. That's not grace. Well, I need to pay God back. I need to do something. That's the flesh. That's actually part of your rebellion. That's not part of your righteousness. Because Jesus plus anything ruins everything. Some of you, however, you have a very tender conscience. Some of you really do love God. You really do want to do the right thing. You're so keenly aware of your shortcomings that you're like, I always feel condemned because I'm so aware of all of my faults, flaws, and failures. And my answer would be, you need to be more aware of Jesus' successes, victories, and triumphs. See, condemnation happens when I think of me. Worship happens when I think of Jesus. If you're struggling with condemnation, you've probably fixed your eyes on yourself and not fixed your eyes on Jesus. And I'm not saying that what you've done is not important. I'm saying what he has done is more important. I'm not saying that what you've done is not big. What I'm telling you is what he has done is bigger. Some of you struggle to live under condemnation because you're condemning yourself. Now, some of you, it's not you that's condemning you. It's your archaeologist. Let me explain this, okay? All of your sin, past, present, and future, was buried with who? Jesus. Here's the archaeologist. The archaeologist says, let me dig that up. I know it was buried with Jesus, but I want to dig it up because I want to talk about it. Okay? Many of us have an archaeologist in our life. Some of you, this is family. This is why the holidays are horrible. That's why every Christmas you get a nervous eye twitch and PTSD. You're like, I can't go. Because every year, you don't know who's going to be the chosen member for the roast. All right? You ever seen those Comedy Central old school roasts? They pick one person and then everybody just takes turns over the course of hours trashing them. Some of your families, they think this is fun. It's not fun. It's condemnation. You go to Thanksgiving, you go to Christmas, all of a sudden, all right, who are we going to roast this year? Then the next hour. Isn't this great when, let's say you're dating and you finally bring your loved one home? Your parents are like, oh, I got stuff to tell you. You're like, oh gosh, I didn't want a shovel for Christmas. Don't dig that up. And they talk about everything. They start at your birth. They were naughty. They would throw up. They put their poop on the wall. You're like, we're going to start there? And then they move through the teen years, and it does not get better. And then they get to college, and then all of your ex-boyfriends and girlfriends. And I said it that way because that's the world we live in. That's how confused we are. And then what happens is, by the time it's all said and done, we've dug up everything in your life that is embarrassing, shameful, grievous, that Jesus died for. And you've repented of it. That's not who you are. That's not what you're doing. That's not how you're living. Like, I'm a new creation. That's not me. But while you're digging it up.